you, Gordon. My fellow secretariat staff.
And you're welcome with your houses called the field of play and fencing. And we just have one set which we have displayed down right there, which shall be able to go and have a view of. We want to thank, first of all, able to support us fully 100% in clearing the shipping costs of these pieces. With our one step forward, which has been taken a great step, is we have now the fees with full support from NCS.
But it's all right. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Secretary General, I must say the association with the Council. Alongside that, I'm also happy to express our sincere appreciation to the Council for having extended to us all the necessary assistance in terms of getting equipment for the new sport. You see, normally I speak well when I stand. However, since I've been advised by the General Secretary to also enjoy sitting while talking, I'll do that. Gentleman, who is a long-serving sports administrator in this country for years, which is long side. And I am also happy to say it's not only fencing that I have introduced in this country. I have introduced a number of sporting activities with the help of the Council. I hope, therefore, that the new sport that is now in Uganda, and I hope most of you have watched it on television, and I would wish to welcome all of you who are interested in knowing this, how the sport is played, and to play it, to turn over and join the Uganda Fencing Association. Like I've seen you all look very young. And this sport requires people with energy, energetic fencers, of which you are actually fitting in the system. I hope all of you who have watched these things on television have developed specific interests in the game. We therefore request you or appeal to you to take particular interest in taking up membership of the association. I agree with you to say that it is so technical a sport which does not require rushing at joining it. But I would wish you to come up quickly, join it, so that you get used to the weapons, which will be explained to you by the Secretary General. Mr. Secretary General. Yeah. I am not new, as I said, in sports development in this country. I think I have been in this sports development, various sports development, for the last 27 years. And I have done it very ably. It's on record at the Council. And those of you who have not known me, if you go to the records of the Council on the development of sport in this country, I'm one of those few figures that have done a lot in sports development. This sport I'm talking about is a very new sport. Only 4 years since, but we have gone a long way. We are members of the International Fencing Federation. And the International Fencing Federation is offering us a lot of assistance in terms of physical supply of equipment. And the Secretary General here and other members are are doing everything possible to acquire the necessities of sports in this respect. I therefore appeal to all of you to give maximum support to this sport.
Very much the President, Uganda Fencing Federation, with the Executive Committee, my colleagues from National Council of Sports. Sorry, I have a bit of cold, but I'll try my best to be audible. Firstly, I want to thank the Federation for embracing and introducing fencing as a sport in this country. And I also want to reiterate the obvious fact that it's the duty of government, as mandated in the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, to promote all forms of sports that promotes human growth, socio-economic and political development of the country. In that context, it's also within the United Nations Charter for all member countries to embrace sport as a human right. And therefore, I want to say that we are privileged as a government arm responsible for promotion and development of all sports to ensure that our citizens enjoy these rights. I want to say that true, we work with a number of federations. We look at different aspects of their priorities that is aimed at promoting development of the sport from grassroots up to development, up to the national level. And when council was approached by the federation, we did not hesitate because we know the donation from the International Federation was good enough to inspire and promote the development we all aspire. National Council of Sports spent close to 18 million Uganda shillings in clearing this particular equipment. I want to believe that this is the first equipment ever received in this country in as far as the sport is concerned. And we're looking forward for more as the sport grows to the respective parts of the country. My challenge to the Federation, as part of compliance, to ensure that all Ugandans enjoy this sport. We therefore request that we should do a proactive program of promotion of the sport in various regions of Uganda. Our strength should be at the grassroots level so that we give opportunities to our various youth who are in all directions in this country to enjoy this sport. We will work with you to ensure that we address the strategic development agenda as far as promotion and development of this sport is concerned. I therefore want to say thank you again for the opportunity that today we are witnessing a very important gadget in direction of development. I want to also make this appeal to all other federations to work closely with the government with a clear testimony of their priorities that is in line with national development of this country. At all levels of government, their prioritization. After this now, I believe the Federation can come to us and ask for support for capacity building to train so that we are able to have the right human resource to promote the sport. To us, that is strategic. We will also look forward to promote now the talents identified to another level. That would be a commitment which is still within our means of action plan and implementation. I know the challenge To date, we have 52 registered and recognized national sports federations in Uganda. In the last financial year, we had 48. And you might have known that the 48 federations then, we had prioritized them and classified them in categories. We have a class which is known to be receiving direct government subvention. We want to believe that there are very strong reasons for us to give and classify federations. The way council is operating now is prioritization based on clear justification on what the sport contributes to nation building. And I want to assure the media here that the National Council of Sports has already fast-tracked on the funding guidelines, which has been an issue in the past. How do you allocate money to various federations? As we open the third quarter, which is from January to March, we'll be having a workshop where this document will be unveiled and discussed by all national sports federations on how we can implement and also address the aspect of allocation of resources. Lastly, as council, we have within this financial year planned to have sports exhibition for all the 52 sport federations. We are going to dedicate a period where we request all federations like fencing to come and showcase and exhibit before the public what kind of sport, because there are many questions being asked. If I say fencing, what is fencing? To the wider public may not understand what fencing is. So that opportunity will come, and we shall embrace and call upon all our media friends, which I know are ready to come and promote and showcase all the various sports in this country. This will be an event sponsored by National Council of Sports. With those few remarks, I want to once again thank all the media for accepting to come and be part of this brief ceremony. You are a witness, and thereafter I challenge you to do your part and promote this sport in schools, in communities, and so that Uganda become a powerhouse in Africa and in the world. I thank you all.
There's been equipment that we've received from the FIE. Particularly this equipment is from the American Fencing Association, who is our partner. Then the previous years, we've received about 2 consignments from the FIE. And that was in the press in the past years, where we unveiled the fencing clothing from our partners, the British Fencing, and our mother body, the International Fencing Federation. We have our offices currently at Uganda Olympic Committee. That is where anyone can access us from. Yes. And of course, the council being the government body that oversees us, you can also always come to National Council and find us also here.
Routinely facilitated federations according to the priorities of council. So that one you can consult me later. But in this particular case, we have first made a deposit of 15 million. And I think this time around, we paid the balance for storage, totaling to about 18 million. That is the money we have spent on clearing from Uganda Revenue Authority for this equipment to be unveiled to you. It has contributed close to 18 million in clearing the tax for the equipment to be accessed by the federation. Yes.
Promoting the sport of fencing with the little or available equipment that we have. So as we speak now, we have 4 regional centers. We have one in Kampala Central, we have one in Bundibujo, we have one in Tororo, and we have one in Arua. But irrespective of us promoting the sport with our various programs, of course we've been having challenges when it comes to equipment. Now, when Doctor talked about grassroots development, that is what we're aiming at. But right now, as we speak, if we're going down to the young children, you will not give them the ordinary fencing equipment to use. You have to find for them the children's kit. So now that is, out of the many, that's just one of the challenges we are facing. But nevertheless, we still improvise because with this equipment, we can always improvise to be a child-friendly equipment, not the ordinary equipment that an ordinary fencer would use. And also, we've been rolling out in schools. That's why he also knew about the program we had at Gayaza. And as I speak, we are meant to handle this camp at Gayaza, but because of issues of equipment and all that, it has been halted. But I know with the support from government and the well-wishers and our partners, we are going to be able now to hold this championship, because it's important for us as a federation, it's important for Uganda as a state, for National Council as government, and it's also important for our mother federation. Thank you very much. Just like I said, we have traversed, we have 4 regional centers. And your concern, to me, I may not say that I'm 100, it's 100%. Because as we speak now, most of the youth whom we've engaged in this sport, no fencing. Now, what we are remaining to do, because at the end of the day, every program that UFA runs on a budget, or every program UFA plans runs on a budget. So at the end of the day, when we have a program like rolling out the sport, what Doctor said, we need to market the sport out there in the public. It also needs a budget. So what we've done is we have tried to move. That's why we set up these regional centers, so that from the regional centers, they are the ones who are able to spread the sport within those regions. So our concern is we are still having the plan and target to reach out to the last Ugandan who doesn't know what fencing is. Yes. Doctor. Gentlemen, you can. So the facilities we have here, these are doctor. These are 4. We are in position. We can hold a cadet junior championship of this set, which is very, very important for us. So this is a very big achievement laid out. So if you let the beasts, it's where the fencers fence from. So you have 1 strip, 2nd strip, the 3rd strip, and the 4th strip, which is a great achievement. So we have 4 we don't have. So with the Uganda Fence Car Station, we appreciate so much secure this field. So we have this. Then as we go out, we are going to see the one that has been. Here is now the squaring machines and the vests which are meant to be used. So this is how it looks like once it's made and ready to be used.
There's space there.
David, let's pass and wave to the members of parliament.
We enter through there?
Yes, yes.
Once we are done here,
tugenda tandika namanyego then equipment eno gye mufunye etegeeza ki gye muli era egenda bayambako
ntandike. Whom do I look at? Vampita Adongo Caroline, Secretary General wa Uganda Fencing Association. Leero tuli basanyufu nnyo okwanveilinga equipment eno. Equipment bagita pist mu mizanyo guno ya fencing bagita pists oba field of play abazanyi we bazanyira, kubanga omuzanyo guno tosobola okuzanya awantu wonna awalala wonna okujjako nga oli mu pist eno. Tuli basanyufu nnyo nate lwakuba nti kati tugenda kutandika competitions. Tubadde tulina program this year ya championships, schools championships, kubanga schools championships eyo tubadde tugenda kukola selection okufuna abazanyi aba fencing okugenda okukikira Uganda mu African Junior Championships ne World Cadet Junior Championships. Egenda kubeera mu America. Africa Championships egenda kubeera Ghana. Kati tulina essuubi nti tugenda kati tufunye boost. Kati tugenda kukozesa ebyuma bye tufunye okola ki okulaba nti competition eno ba program eno egenda mu maaso tufune results era tubeere nga tulina abazanyi abagenda tukikirira mu competitions ezijja mu maaso February ne March 2020. Again, I'm called Adongo Caroline, Uganda Fencing Association Secretary General. The equipment we've received today is equipment called fencing pists. This is the field of play that fencers use when they are competing or when they're having a bout. The biggest achievement that we have got with this equipment is that we have 4 sets of pists. With these 4 sets of pists, before I even go into the advantage that we have over this pist is with the 4 sets of pists, we can be able to hold a regional championship with these 4 sets of pists. And secondly, these pists are going to aid in promoting more competitions, because we've been having challenges as a Uganda Fencing Association. A definite challenge is meeting our budget financially to make sure that activities go on. And our major activity when it comes to Uganda Fencing Association are competitions. So we rolled out, our starting point was schools, and we've rolled out in schools, and we are seeing that with the equipment that we have now, we're now going to hold our competition, notwithstanding that we have high hopes that the government is going to finally clear the remaining set, because this is one set we are seeing. Now what makes up a complete set is the scoreboards. The scoreboards and the metallic jackets which transmit power once the opponent touches another opponent. So we highly believe that once all this is sorted within the shortest time possible, we are ready to roll out with, to go on with our program that we had set. And for the first time, we shall be seeing Uganda being represented on the international level when these cadets and junior fencers go to represent us.